Hello, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, or Senstaku, as you might know me on Twitter, the executive producer here, and I just want to thank you for watching. It really means a lot to us that people watch, listen to, and enjoy our shows. If you want to help us keep making these shows as fun and lively as they can be, please join your fellow fans in supporting us at our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms or by subscribing to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/finalshowfilms. It really means a lot to us that the amount of you who do support us continue to do so, especially our $25 plus tier supporters on Patreon. Antitonic, Cat Waterflame, Samantha Bates, Maureen Monty, and Brady Alexander. Every little bit helps, so thank you to all of our patrons and subs. Check us out on Twitter at Final Show Films and on our website at www.finalshowfilms.com for updates, go-live notifications, and more. We love interacting with you, so feel free to tweet at us or email us at finalshowfilms@gmail.com. That being said, please relax and enjoy. And we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Esoteric Literature Club of Whitechapel. One day we will start on time, but today is not that day. I'm John, the keeper of this evening, and joining me today is Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Jahan Ramsey, a psychologist who is made out of sex.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I am playing America, Kansas Freedom, the cowboy who is a herder of horses.
And Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm playing Jared, the explorer, who was probably made from some people having sex, but not of it. Thank you.
Yes.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Doris Foster Young, retired cult leader, and I'm not making anything up because my brain's dead.
That is a sad thing, but we'll continue on regardless.
Yep.
Before we delve into the world of Call of Cthulhu, for all those watching and listening at home, understand that this is a world that thrives on horror, on the unsettling, on making you uncomfortable. So there may be themes and aspects of this story that are particularly unpleasant for some viewers and occasionally some players. I'm sorry. In those cases, it is a perfectly valid response to stop watching or listening if you feel you cannot. Those who remain, welcome to Call of Cthulhu. When last we left off, Dr. Jahan Ramsey had picked up a book written in Arabic and had begun to open it up and read through it.
Yep.
The book first appears to be nothing but gibberish, the Arabic equivalent of rolling your hands across a keyboard in a vague attempt at appearing to work. However, you do notice a few words that seem distinctly out of place as you skim through this first page. Discreetly find page 35.
I'm not sure what those last three words mean.
Well, you find them in order as you're reading down the page, and the only words that make sense as words and is not gibberish are...
That was not clear. I was not sure if you were expecting me to go locate a handout, or if those were the words that I had difficulty finding.
Those were the words.
Or if I needed to grab a random book and open page 35.
Yes,
those were the only words that seemed distinctly out of place within the book.
And if I understand right, most of the rest of it is just keyboard smash in Arabic?
Yes.
I got
the first sentence on page 35 is, they sat down on the bed.
Gasp.
That is not the page 35 of this book. Jahan, turn to page 35.
I turned to page 36. Ha ha ha. No. I turned to page 35.
Upon turning to page 35, the Arabic letters seem to shift. I need you to make a sanity roll.
Nice.
Good.
You lose one. You lose 1 point of sanity.
Okay.
As the words reform into a message. Dr. Jahan Ramsey, do not stop reading this and do not act as if anything is wrong. Your life may depend on this. We have never met, but I have seen you, glimpsed you in a brief respite of clarity amidst moments of madness, which have taken hold of my mind and the minds of our fellow countrymen. Before you read any further, know this. The Reginald Caldwell who sits behind you conversing with your fellows is not the Reginald Caldwell who entered my abode the Friday before your reading this. You must have sensed something was off, something unusual about his deportment and reactions to your words, as if he was not fully aware of the words you're saying or the impacts they should have. If you wish to save your friends from his machinations, then you must follow my instructions carefully. Excuse yourself from the meeting and go home. Make whatever claim you must, but you have to escape the building before that which was once Caldwell realizes you know it exists. Once you are alone, continue to read.
Okay. Yeah, he's got, so I just stand up. Sorry, I hate to do this. I'm having a little bit of a headache. I am going to go home. I will catch up with everything else later.
As you make this proclamation to the rest of the group, you notice that Dr. Harold Costley has vanished from the room. No one else seems to have noticed that he's gone.
Yeah, because I was about to go. Well, Harold has some Tylenol or something.
Doris does indeed reference this and points to the empty seat that Harold was once in, as if unaware that Harold is not there.
That's no reason.
It's quite all right. I really should. It's
Jahan.
Now. If Reginald speaks up, if Jahan isn't feeling well, and he is a doctor, I'm sure he knows the best way to take care of himself.
Exactly. There are certain things within most traditional medication that I should probably best not take. So I will catch up with you all and figure out what I missed later.
Okay.
Can I do like whatever insight is in this system? I remember being quite bad at it.
Yeah, I want to try.
Psychology.
Too.
I'm curious if I'm allowed to make that roll.
Yeah, you're absolutely allowed to make that roll.
I'm gonna try it.
Me too.
Jahan, if you'd like, you can make any. If you'd like.
Roll 20. Don't log me out when I'm in the middle of the game. You're not as bad as my school's computer system, which wants to implement two-step but logs you out if you're gone for 5 minutes or reading for 5 minutes.
If you'd like, Jahan, you can make a persuade roll, a charm roll, or a fast talk roll.
So what is this?
Everyone else, anyone that's trying to sort of look and figure out what's going on with Jahan will make a psychology roll.
Excellent. That's
nope.
better than psychology.
I'm really bad at it because that's not one of my skills.
That's fine. Fortunately, everyone else is really bad too.
We had a lower value.
You'd all have a lower value, but you fail.
No, that's what I meant. Is we failed and had a trickier time of it than Jahan because 30.
Oh no! You also
Doris.
Doris succeeded.
Let me finish my thought process, please. You failed, but you also had a lower value than what Jahan failed at, which is relevant for parsing the percentages of information required. America and Jared. Jahan seems on edge. It's entirely possible that what he said is accurate and that he isn't feeling particularly well, which would explain why he is on edge. Doris, Jahan definitely seems on edge, but he seems on edge not for physical reasons. being a former leader of a cult, you're quite adept at seeing when people are not at their 100%. And there are differences when someone is not at 100% because they are unwell, and because they are mentally unwell. And it seems that Jahan is stressed about something in particular, though you are not able to gauge precisely what.
Anyways, I hope you all have a good night. And I'm leaving.
As you leave, you notice Reginald's gaze following you out the door. An almost analytical gaze, as if he is trying to determine which body part would come off best and eat first. And the door closes behind you.
And I go to Heathrow, and I'm flying to some other fucking country. Fuck these people. No, I'm kidding. That is definitely a thought process, though.
Oh yeah. I can leave. I can fly. I can get out of here. Do you head back to your apartment?
Did it specifically say my apartment?
It said go home.
Well, that could mean any number of things.
Gets on the plane.
You know what? No, I'm going to my office because it is closer to large numbers of people. Should I need
witnesses?
Yes.
Yes. Witnesses. That's the thing.
Or innocent bystanders.
I mean, human shields.
Yeah.
Witnesses, cannon fodder.
Give me a spot hidden check as you.
But I don't wanna.
Let me rephrase. Make a spot hidden check as you go. Only a failure.
That is not success.
As you leave and on your way, you notice an alarming uptick. Yellow coats out today. It seems that the fashion trends have changed, and many people are wearing jackets and coats of the very same yellow that Reginald Caldwell, or that which was once Reginald Caldwell, was wearing.
Nope.
Make a sanity roll.
Nice.
Fuck y'all.
Understanding, of course, that the trends of fashion change at a brisk wind's whim, you push it to the side as you make your way to your office.
Yep.
Entering your office, you instinctively lock the door behind you, or opening the book to continue reading. Now that you are alone, read on. I cannot help you. The duty of the seer is to tell truths, and their death, my death, sets the story in motion. However, I can provide some aid and knowledge of how to find more. There are those who work in secret against the plans of those who are like that which was once Caldwell. You will know them by this mark. And the mark scribbled in, as it forms from the disused Arabic letters, forms the slightly crooked eye that you have seen before. Or the slightly crooked star that you have seen before.
Okay.
It is a seal of sorts. It holds at bay the influences and presence of those who are of the former Caldwell's ilk. I will tell you how to use it. And beneath that, the words reform once more into a handout that you will have momentarily. You should have a handout called The Elder Sign as depicted in Blyton's message.
Yep.
Carve it into the entryway above your door, and it will stall the entry of their influences. Then invite your friends over to your home. This will free them from the influence, and then perform the ritual. And then perform the following ritual. Another one. At night, on a window that faces the moon. This will reveal your path and confirm the truth of the world to all present. Be careful who you trust. Their influence spreads wide and entangles many. Save the rituals I've given you and burn the rest of this book. Its magics must not fall into the hands of others. And you will momentarily have in your journal another handout, one that reads, Detect the Path, as depicted in Blyton's map.
Okay. Oh, fuck me.
In addition, you also gain 5 points of Cthulhu Mythos. Congratulations.
Sweet.
That's not a good thing.
That doesn't.
I'm aware.
Sanity.
That doesn't affect your sanity until you become a true believer.
Okay. I don't know how this game works quite intentionally.
No worries. That's what I'm here for.
Okay.
But now, what do you do?
Drinking.
Drinking is good. Aside from that,
It's the other reason that he went to his office. His better alcohol is there. He's not doing it right away. He's going to ponder a bit.
make me a listen check.
Nice. Man, your rolls.
You sit down, grab a bottle of your favorite drink, whatever that happens to be at the moment, and watch the colored liquid pour into a crystalline glass on your desk. And as you do, you hear something else. This underlying hum. The glass on your window begins to rattle internally, as if something particularly heavy or loud was moving past it. And you faintly, very faintly in the distance, hear, and you're not certain how you hear it from this far away, but it's almost as if you can hear into the lobby. Excuse me, I'm here to see Dr. Johann Ram. Please point me to the direction of his office. You hear Reginald Caldwell's.
Nope. Absolutely not. I'm going out the back.
You grab your drink, or leave it.
Yeah, no, I finished my drink.
Grab your drink, slam it down, give me a Constitution roll.
Hey, what
Boom.
the hell is going on with my dice?
Man can
I'm
handle his
slightly
alcohol.
scared.
You choke down the fiery drink as quickly as possible, almost holding your breath so as to not gag on it. Collect the book, I'm assuming,
Mm-hmm.
and make for the back door. Give me a stealth check.
Okay, this is where it completely runs out because the odds are really bad. I mean, it was close.
It was
It's only
close.
by 8.
Would you like to spend 8 of your luck points to make that a
Fuck
success?
no. It's only so much luck, and I can still run to my car.
You take off, trying ever so quietly to close the door. As you get to the back steps that lead down and away from your office, you turn, look over your shoulder, and you see the familiar visage of that which was once Caldwell, walking up the steps towards your office, prompting a heated response as you move faster. You're not certain if he saw you, but you are certain that you are moving quickly. You find your way to your car, get in, fumble for the keys. For whatever reason, they seem to not evade your grasp as they drop to the floor. Roll me a luck roll. They fall.
Fuck you.
They fall directly onto your shoe, making it very easy for you to reach down, grab, pull up, insert, and turn. As you turn the key, you look up to see Reginald Caldwell standing at the top of the staircase that you just exited from, looking down, watching you.
I am taking a quick moment, very quick moment, bring up my camera on my phone. So I've got him there, and I'm not taking a picture. I am screenshotting my phone.
You screenshot your phone.
Yep, and I am driving the fuck out of there.
You drive away swiftly. Eventually, you make it to your wherever you're going.
Yep.
Where are you going?
Now I'm going home.
Make it to your apartment. The unease you felt amplified by the previous events as you get out of as you park, turn the car off, get out. That tension that you felt in the air continues to persist, as if something was weighing on you physically, not identified. Rapidly ascend to your apartment, closing the door, locking it behind you. As you do, that rattling sound begins again. Sense the glass in your windows beginning to shake.
All right, I'll go ahead and do the thing that drives me nuts.
You quickly pull out a pocket knife, begin carving over the entrance of your doorway. As you do, the vibrating intensifies, as if whatever it is that is trying to find you knows what you are doing. You spend 10 seconds. Now, out of character, would you like to recite the thing or not?
I am not going to insult Arabic by trying to recite it.
Okay.
I did look up what it means. But
good. You spend 10 sanity as you use that same pocket knife to cut your thumb and wedge the blood into the sign over your. As you do and mutter these incantations, you feel something flowing from you, as if you were a sieve. Whatever this thing is had begun to flow. As it does, and as your blood collects into the sign, there is a flash of red light that then turns green, then yellow, subsides from the eye of the star.
Okay.
And as this light finishes flashing, the shaking stops. That weight that had been hanging over you lifts. And for the first time in your life, you don't just believe. You know magic is real. You have become a true believer. You may now deduct your Cthulhu Mythos score from your sanity.
Now, is it deducted or is it just the maximum
The maximum reduces.
Yeah, I'm already below my maximum.
Yeah, then you don't have to deduct it. But
yep.
The maximum is now reduced.
Yeah. Which it already did anyways.
Good. You are alone in your apartment. The shaking has stopped. Whatever it is that was once Caldwell seems to not be able to.
Okay. So I have better alcohol in my office, but I still have alcohol here. And it's not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna take a short amount of time to sort of collect my wits, such as they are. And take stock, and now might be a time to move off to somebody else because this is a very busy period of my work point.
Meanwhile, back at the literature club, the rest of you have spent a charming and enjoyable evening of discussion about the various interesting literary finds that you have acquired. After a few hours, Harold Costley excuses himself, indicating that he has some work that he has to prepare for in the next day, and that he's quite tired after the events of the weekend, and he looks forward to speaking with the rest of you again. Some of you sooner than others, perhaps. Excuses himself and leaves. Reginald, after a while. Well, this has certainly been an interesting evening. We will meet the same time again next week, I believe. Does anyone have any particular interests that might be coming up? Any sort of locations to dabble in or investigate when next we meet? Doris, you do recall that there was some sort of connection between Blyton and an old animator's studio.
Oh, yes,
studio.
and Harold was interested in that.
Yes.
I will bring that up then. Yes, there was that animator studio that is that the one that Blyton worked at, or no? Because
it was the one that Blyton created the little yellow man animate at, and Harold had seemed interested in going.
Yeah. There was an animator studio that that character that Blyton made up was
specifically was
created at or
Griffith and Dawson studio.
Griffith and Dawson. Harold was very interested in that, and that sounded fascinating to me.
Ooh. Well, it is in the area. Perhaps I'll scout around sometime over the course of the week and see if we can't perhaps have some sort of field trip when next we meet together.
I like it. Jack, if you're talking, we can't hear you. You're muted. Okay. Yes, that sounds delightful.
Very well. Well then, it would seem that our time together has adjourned. Please feel free to call or contact me if there's anything else you need during the week. I have some business to get to myself, so I will see you all later. He smiles, waves, and steps out, leaving and he goes, "Oh, do remember to lock up when you leave."
Of course.
And he will head out. So the three of you are alone in the room, just chilling.
Was I able to make anything of that Burmese book?
No, because you don't read Burmese.
Right. Okay.
You were just able to make up that it was Burmese.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna prod around and see if there's any other books that I hadn't read yet that looked interesting.
Sure, give me a luck roll.
That is a nope.
No, there doesn't seem to be anything else that really strikes your interest when you're looking at the bookshelf. You are interested in that book that Jahan took, though. You're not sure why, it just seems interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him on my way home.
In fact, all three of you seem really interested in that book Jahan took.
Yeah, mostly I want to see what's up with him, because did Jahan seem a little bit... I'm going to actually bring it up before, as we're like leaving to go. Did Jahan seem a little bit...
And he's a doctor, so he's probably refusing to take the adequate amount of pain meds.
A little bit rational? Yes, he seemed a little bit rational. Sorry.
No, more like he seemed a little bit off. All that stuff he was saying at the beginning of the meeting about how terrifying everything was. I'm not sure. I don't want him to stop coming to the meetings.
Maybe.
You make it sound like this is AA or something.
No, it's not. But I just feel like he brings a certain something to the group, and I'm concerned.
Doris is thinking, is what you're looking for.
Doris is currently thinking, if I don't have my Muslim friend with me, I won't be able to say I'm tolerant.
Slightly. She is a terrible person.
Which would be hilarious because he's not Muslim, he's Wiccan. But
I mean,
same, but
yeah.
No, I was gonna point out that America is black.
Mm-hmm. Listen, she's got a very cultivated group of people, and she's concerned.
She has a pristinely curated amount of skin tones.
Yes. Anyway, I'm just concerned. He just seemed very off. I'm going to text him.
I like the idea that she doesn't have any Asian friends, so she just got somebody who's visited Asia a lot and thinks that's probably good enough.
I mean, it's the UK, so the fact you've lived in a place for most of your life probably does influence that a lot.
You send a text to Jahan's phone.
Yep.
Jahan, your phone buzzes.
Okay.
I'm actively calling it, but yeah,
it buzzes and then it rings. It buzzes with a message from Doris and then rings with a call from Jared.
Well, I clearly take the call because hello.
Hey bud, how you doing?
I'm feeling much better.
Oh, good. Yeah, you kind of bailed
How
out
are
really
you?
fast, so we kind of left the meeting and everybody's, sort of just headed about. Were you? What's that book you got about?
Funny thing that I thought maybe, you could stop by and we could talk about it.
Okay. I don't know where you live.
Valid point. Very
And
valid.
now there's the point where Jahan has to consider that he's telling one of his patients where he lives.
No.
Yeah, just text me your address or something.
I don't think Jared's a patient.
I'm not a patient.
I read some of the things that were sent around beforehand.
Oh, okay.
That's in my general backstory notes. So
I certainly don't think he'd be in a
Jahan,
book club with one of his patients.
One of Jahan's patients works at the hotel.
Yeah.
That was
yes.
it.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, I'll text you the address. Is everybody else still there?
We all sort of broke up.
Okay.
Reg had some business to take care of.
Good.
Doris was being nosy.
Right.
And so the rest of us left.
Okay. I mean that I understand that. Yes, I'll text you the address.
I mean, it was an affable sort of nosy, but
It was Doris.
Right.
Of course.
Jahan, ending the call, sends a text.
Yes.
To Jared, as you read the text, the rest of you suddenly are aware of Jahan's address.
God damn it.
Yeah, no, Doris. Yeah, no, you definitely know Jahan's address, and you know.
Yeah,
exactly
no, I'll just go to it.
Yeah.
I'll just show up at his house. That makes perfect sense.
This is happening as we're all sort of heading back to our cars, right?
Yeah, this is happening sort of after you've all sort of separated to head to cars and things. Yeah, America. Yeah, no, you know where Jahan's address.
No, America totally would just drop by for a house call because Southern hospitality, right?
Yeah.
It's not what Southern hospitality is.
You're right.
No, yes, there's two kinds of Southern hospitality, and that's part of the joke of Southern hospitality.
There absolutely is a function of Southern hospitality, which is you are invited to come over at any time you like. Of course, that requires the person whose house it is to have made the invitation first, but that's a pleasantry at this point. That's so I want all of you that are currently in the midst of driving, give me a drive auto roll just to see who gets there first.
All right.
I need a magical horse from the Cthulhu mythos.
Can I make an argument for navigate?
This is not a navigation thing because you know how to get there. You have the ability to get there. It's a question of your ability to maneuver your car through the streets of London to get there, as opposed to knowing how to.
So the fact that I am going quite slowly is probably due to the fact I have a fairly large truck and the streets.
Oh shit! God damn it! This game hates Jeremy. We know what happened to your dice. I got them.
That's fucking amazing.
So Jared, did you
the last roll you made was a 99?
Jared, what kind of car do you drive, Jared? I've forgotten.
I've got a Series 1.
Okay, cool.
BMW.
So you, not used to having to deal with road laws and things, you sort of gas out of the parking lot of the hotel right into a pothole. And there's a very interesting look on your face as you see your tire roll away. Oh, wait, no, that's not the tire. That's the wheel. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Fortunately for the rest of you, you hadn't gotten out of the parking lot yet when you see Jared's car with one wheel rolling away from it.
Oh! That doesn't
I
look
put the
good.
car in park. I get out of the car. I go get the wheel. I lean it back up against where it's supposed to be.
You sort of
get out of the car.
And I call a mechanic.
You sort of look and see that the axle is sheared cleanly off where the wheel was attached.
So, assuming that this is one of those parking garages with open banisters.
Yeah.
Dilsora leans down. Yo, Jared, need a lift?
Eventually, I'm going to get this towed real quick and I'll meet you guys there.
Okay. Sure you don't want me to hang around till your toe arrives?
Nah, I'm good.
Also, it doesn't strike any of you odd that Jared knows where all three of you are going.
We're going to a place.
Yeah.
That...
No, perfectly normal. So the other two of you head out. As Jared is waylaid by the fact that he hit a pothole hard enough to shear his axle off.
It happens. It happens.
Well done.
And Miss Doris Foster Young arrives first. So, Doris, you arrive, and as you get there, you suddenly start to get angry. Like, how dare Jahan take off with a book that belongs to the book club? You need to get it back.
Someone fucking bought it with their own goddamn money, motherfucker.
Oh, no. The other book. The book that you picked up off the thing and then walked out with.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was the
no,
communal book.
Well, I intended to pay for it with my own money, and I didn't. But that doesn't mean that it was picked up for the entire fucking book club.
No. The one that Blyton's message was in. That book.
That was from one of the
Arabic book that I grabbed.
Yeah, it was from off the shelf of other books that had been.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
You're right.
No worries.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's what
There's
I'm
a
here
moral
for.
justification for the horrifying mob coming after you.
Yeah.
No, there's not.
I knock loudly on the door.
There is a very aggressive knock on your door, Jahan.
Hello,
Doris.
Jahan.
You don't recall ever giving Doris your address.
I'm like peering
I go
up
to the
the
second
window
floor,
to like see if I can see the silhouette.
Open the window and look down.
Jahan is leaning out of a window above
How?
Oh,
How
Jahan!
the bloody hell did you figure out where I live?
You've given our address. We have like for in the beginning of the group in case
Factually untrue.
I'm pretty sure I've given you my address.
I'm pretty sure you haven't.
No, I'm pretty sure I have. I've invited you all over for tea at least once.
That
now,
has absolutely
open the door?
never happened in the entire time I've known you.
Jahan.
Why are you here?
Jahan, you notice that Doris has swapped out her jacket for a yellow jacket.
Yep. Nope.
It's the exact same color and styling of the one that Reginald was.
Why are you here?
I'm here to see how you're doing. We're worried about you, dear.
Doing quite well. Thank you. Good
yes,
night.
I can tell by how you are shouting out of a window. Will you come down so we can have a civilized conversation?
Absolutely not.
Why ever not? I'm already here. You are clearly not occupied with anything else. And listen, I'm pretty sure that, as soon as he gets a tow, Jared is coming in. I think America, yes, was on the way as well. So, you're eventually going to have to let us in.
That is objectively not true. I do not have to let you in.
Jahan,
No, but you should.
Jahan, make an idea roll.
That is intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Right on the nose.
Nice.
Hey, exactly
I am
a success.
just as smart as I
Still a
need to
success.
be.
Something has definitely affected Doris.
Duh! Wow,
book-
are you sure?
The book seemed to indicate that passing under that sign
I know.
would
I'm aware.
free them.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
He's still not comfortable letting her in the house.
Oh, no,
This has
absolutely.
nothing to do with being possessed. He understands this will clear that. She's not coming in his house.
I love that.
I just wanted to make sure it was clear to the character.
That is that is clear.
Continuing on.
Um,
As you're in the midst
But
of
after
yelling
she's
this,
unpossessed, she's going to judge everything.
after having
at least not the first person.
shortly thereafter, you see America pulling up from the advantage.
Oh,
America, as you pull in, you suddenly feel like you've suddenly started to get really angry too at this sort of like this betrayal of the literature club that Jahan has perpetrated.
Well, I'm not an evil person, so I'm probably not bringing any of my weapons, but I will grab my lasso.
Jahan, you see America getting out of their car
with a rope.
with a lasso.
No,
a lasso.
bag that they carry anyway.
Yes.
Okay, fair.
Which happens to have rope in it, which is often there anyway, to be honest. It's also used daily on the job site. So
To be clear,
bag.
Jahan knows it's a lasso case, right? So he knows it's carrying rope.
So
What's a
it's
bag?
a large messenger bag. He probably knows that a lasso often is in there. There's often like
a variety of
Fair.
horse-related accessories. Occasionally, America will just pull out a bridle and be like, "Damn it, I brought this again." Like
it's America's horse bag.
Yeah, and also everything else because America is not. Yeah,
Yep.
America owns like 3 bags, and this is the one that doesn't have the wilderness survival stuff in it.
Yep.
Yeah, so probably, but also context.
Okay.
Well, as I Marston up to the door, what seems to be the problem here?
You notice America also is wearing one of those yellow jackets.
Well, Jahan is currently refusing to open the door.
Well, now, there's no need for that, Jahan. We just want to have a civil conversation. Just let
Just
us
staring out the window, just silent.
talk. You said you weren't feeling well? Maybe you need a second opinion. I am quite good with my medical stuff. Jahan?
Chunk.
I really don't think he's doing very well.
As the window closes, the two of you feel that more extreme measures might be needed to get into this house.
You didn't
I
need to
think
tell
we
me.
may need to break into a window.
Yeah, come on. Let's do it around back so his neighbors aren't worried.
You read my mind. I will follow America.
Okay, what's in my...
Famous last words.
I had to buy all of my shit. Fuck you guys and your money.
I
Jahan,
follow America famous last words. That's
Yep.
Jahan, make a spot hidden roll.
not even a little.
You are in your house.
Let's see.
I should point out that my back, the back is once you get there, fairly easy to break into.
I mean, like, I feel like the easiest thing to break a glass pane with is probably a survival knife if I can't just get a window open or something.
That said, since this is a part of, since this is in the fucking London, there is no backyard access without going through somebody else's yard, because it's two backyards up against each other. I've looked it up on Google Maps.
Yeah,
It's like a row house kind of.
Yep.
Yep.
Well then, I think if we realize this, perhaps we should ask his neighbors to let us go through the back. They're probably concerned as well, if he's been shouting and hanging out of the window like that.
seems legit.
Yeah, works for me. You do the talking, Kay.
Yep. I will go and knock on Jahan's neighbor's door.
You go and knock on Jahan's neighbor's door. And the door opens. There is this lovely old lady, looks to be probably in about her 70s, wearing a very nice yellow jacket, you notice, that is almost identical to the one you're wearing.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, hello, Miss Foster Young. It is lovely to see you again. You
Yes.
instantly know this is Madame Hermitage.
Okay.
How is young Jared?
Oh, I think he's gone a little ill right now. He's refusing to let us into his apartment right now, and we're a little bit concerned about him.
Oh, absolutely! Please come through. You can use my the back portion of our yard butts up to his.
Thank you so
my
much.
dear.
You're welcome.
By the way, I love the jacket.
Oh,
It
yes,
is delightful.
Yours absolutely is delightful as well.
Tip my hat. Head on to the back of Jared's.
Yes.
Sorry.
Jared, by the way, by this point, your a tow truck has come and acquired your car.
Okay. Gets to the shop. I'm going to need to roll an idea roll for myself.
Go ahead.
Oh, nice. Jared arranges to have it repaired, calls a taxi, and unloads most of his stuff from the car into the taxi in various bags that he has, including a couple significantly longer than normal ones. And he's on his way to Jahan's address.
Sweet. All right. America and Doris, you're able to navigate the connecting yards fairly easily and find yourselves in the backyard of one Jahan Ramsey. Jahan, in the time between the first carving and now, would you have made any additional carvings?
No, because I don't want my sanity to be 3.
Okay, just want to check.
I mean,
Wanted to check.
Mm-hmm.
There's not one.
What happens when you don't let us in the front door? Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
There are ways to do it.
No, I.
So
Yeah. Probably gonna just bust open a window.
John, you don't need to make a roll. You hear the sound of glass breaking up.
okay.
Can I climb in, or is it still?
Yeah, no, you're able to clear it out quite easily.
All right, I'll climb in and help Doris over if she needs it.
Oh, good. You're very practiced at this. I appreciate it.
The two of you climb in to the broken glass. Meanwhile, Jared. Jared, you are in the back of a taxi that is currently heading. And on that note, we're actually going to take a quick break.
Sweet.
Be back in a bit. We're back. For those of you watching on Twitch, we tested an ad break thing. Twitch now allows affiliates to run ads, which we're going to be trying to do more. So we appreciate people watching those. If you don't like watching ads, that's completely understandable. I don't like them either. That's fine. But if you do not mind, we do appreciate people watching them. Anyways, back to the action. Jahan,
Yep.
you hear glass shattering on your back porch.
Oh, for
Whee!
fuck's sake. I'm heading downstairs.
Yep. You head downstairs to see Doris and America at the back door, making their way in. Is the back door
This is
locked?
very exciting.
Sorry, what?
Is your back door locked?
Does it matter?
I mean, it matters.
Didn't I just break through the window next to it? I'm confused.
Oh, I'm sorry. The thing that you showed me looked like the back door was surrounded by glass itself. Never mind.
It's like a whole window back thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind.
just went
I
through the
got
glass.
confused by design. they are climbing, and you see Doris and America climbing through your window.
Okay.
What do you do?
Hopefully one of them cuts their own throat on the fucking glass.
Damn, didn't make me roll for it.
Doesn't seem it doesn't seem like either of them are in danger of cutting themselves.
Wonderful. Do I hear sounds like there's somebody approaching from the front?
No.
Okay, I'm opening the door,
You open the door.
my front door.
Yep.
Waiting till they see me.
Doris in America. You see Jahan.
Oh, I'm
Jahan!
running towards him now.
And I'm stepping out onto I'm going towards the sidewalk.
Oh my goodness, he's
The
fleeing.
two of you rush after Jahan as if your lives depend on it. And the minute you pass the threshold of his doorway, this odd pressure that you weren't aware of lifts, and you have no idea why you're standing at Jahan's house. Also, you're wearing a really ugly yellow coat.
Well, I'm
Ugh,
dropping that on the floor.
what? This does not coordinate. Take it off.
You're telling
What
me.
is... What?
Thank God. Are you again?
Never not me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have experiential evidence that begs to differ, America.
Oh. Well, fancy science can't prove the human soul.
I like that. I think I've seen that on like a t-shirt
I was gonna say,
or a wall hanging or like
in a what is the name of those airline catalog? Those airplane catalogs?
Sky Mall.
Sky Mall.
In a Sky Mall catalog.
Might have been. It's true. Do we
Well,
remember
if you
like
would like
breaking
to-
through the door?
No, the last thing you remember was being at the literature club.
Jahan, your window is broken.
Yes,
Are you
you
quite
broke it.
all right?
You broke it.
Huh, that does sound like something I would do.
I beg your pardon.
I'm
Well, like,
I'm sorry. Did I not speak English? You broke it.
I mean,
America broke it. They already said
well,
that it
I
would
accept
be something. They...
responsibility. Except for
Who is still holding the thing that was used to break it? 'Cause
America.
it sounds like
I mean, it's the back of a knife.
Yep.
So yeah, that's going back in my bag.
I'm like,
It's a normal
America.
bullshit knife.
Jahan, the hairs in the back of your neck begin to stand up as you turn and see a taxi.
let's go
approaching.
inside. Let's go inside.
Okay.
Certainly.
Jared,
I'm
your
everything.
Jared, your taxi's pulling up to Jahan's house.
Oh,
You're starting to get angry.
motherfucker. I was gonna read the book and he just fucking left. walked out with, didn't even ask anybody. Where the fuck does this asshole get off?
Pretty much.
Hey, pull over here.
Taxi pulls over.
Throws on his backpack, unzips the gun case. Fills it up, throws it over his shoulder. Hey, thanks for the lift. Chucked him the money.
You're a taxi driver wearing a very spiffy yellow jacket. No problem.
Matching. I like it.
Taxi
grabs the rest of my stuff. Hey, shit stain.
Looking out.
Where's my fucking book?
You see Jared.
There's nobody at the door at this point. The door's just open.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just yelling inside because, that's what Americans do.
You hear Jared outside.
If you'd like to come in, we can
like
talk
you
about
know
it.
more about this than we do, John.
If you'd like to come in, we can talk about it.
Okay.
Jared, wearing a very bright yellow, quite frankly to the rest of you, ugly yellow jacket, walks brazenly through the door, bags over one shoulder, shotgun over the other. And Jared, as you step through the doorway, this weight that you were unaware of lifts. And you suddenly realize you're standing in Jahan's house. You don't know how you got here. Holding a shotgun and wearing an ugly yellow jacket.
Mom. There we go. Pressure headache.
Feeling better.
Language.
English and Nepalese. What about you?
Armed?
English. I was talking about your swearing.
What was that, Aaron?
Get used to it. Sorry.
It's fine. And I do it a lot. Can I tell if the shotgun's armed?
Not by looking at it, no.
Okay. No, usually you tell that by how someone's carrying a thing, but that's fine.
No, Jared's carrying it over his shoulder, which doesn't indicate whether or not he's ready to use it or not. Jared does not have really good trigger discipline.
Cool. Good to know.
You can tell that.
I'm shocked. Shocked, you.
That the
You
19-year-old
might be
American...
more shocked to note that America does.
No, that makes sense.
Why do you have a weapon?
Why don't you?
I do. It's in my car.
I know you
in
do.
a lockbox. What are we... Okay.
I hesitate to
Clearly
even
you
ask.
know what's going on. What are we doing here?
I hesitate to even ask, but are those legal in the country in which you currently reside?
I got a license for this one.
Okay.
This one.
Yeah, this one.
I see. File
Good
that
enough.
away for further information.
Yes.
America broke the window, and we are
On purpose?
here. And Jahan is.
No, I don't remember.
Yes, on purpose.
Okay.
Quite on purpose.
I'm a little fuzzy.
You gonna put that down?
Oh, yeah. And he clears all the shells out of it, puts them back in a box.
Now you can tell it was loaded.
Fair.
Checks the action, makes sure it's unloaded. Barrel's empty. Zips it back in its case.
All while
Shells
wearing
go in a different bag.
All while wearing this really ugly jacket.
You
This is a
look
nice jacket.
ridiculous. You look
I like
ridiculous.
this jacket. Where did I get this jacket?
As near as I can tell,
A hobo, clearly.
as near as I can tell, from evil.
That's a weird
Okay,
explanation, but I'll go with
seriously,
it
are
for
you
now.
going to explain why we all showed up at your house and don't remember how we got here? Wearing those jackets?
It's a little bit unusual to explain, I suppose. So I will start off, and I feel like the only way that's truly sort of proper to start off is by letting you understand that things are not at all normal here. Beyond the fact that you all suddenly decided that yellow looks good on any of you, which I'm sorry to say is not the case.
Speak for yourself.
And that you suddenly became weirdly aggressive, but let's just start with
I'm from New Jersey. That sort of comes natural.
I have no response to that. Let's just begin with about what time, if you estimated time frame, would you say that Reginald left your presence?
I'll give my best estimate.
Same.
About. You're having difficulty judging time because the last thing you remember was being at the thing, but like 5 minutes ago, as far as you're aware.
Right.
I'll check my watch or my phone.
You check your phone. It's about an hour since the club actually ended, which is odd to you, again, with this losing of time thing, but so it'd be an hour and 5 minutes ago then at that.
I'll suppress that away. An hour? About an hour ago.
No,
Okay.
like 5 minutes ago. Tops.
It must have been an hour because it took us a while to get here. Where do we know where?
We were just at the club,
Yes.
and now we're here. It was about 5
there was
minutes.
some travel time.
Is this one of those things where your perception of time
What
changes
time
as
is
you
it
get
right
older?
now? What time is it right now?
It is. I will read off the
Blah.
time on my phone.
It is about 10 p.m.
Right.
10
Whoa.
p.m.
I'm pulling up my phone and I'm opening up that screenshot.
There is a screen.
Because when it screenshots, it captures everything, including your battery and your clock.
Yeah.
What time does that say?
About 1 p.m.
It's been 9 hours.
Yeah.
I-
Well,
You-
that's weird.
It's been a while. It's been a while since you were at home. You've been home for a while.
9 hours?
Actually, hang on.
I think the GM might need to.
Yeah, hang on.
Real quick.
I didn't
when
go
part
to
of the-
sleep for the night
When
or for the
part-
afternoon.
When part of the GM storytelling is fucking with time, sometimes you fuck with your own time.
This is true. I
Or
have done
sometimes
this.
you're like 30 minutes after 2 o'clock, so
You've
5:30.
been okay. Let me rephrase this to a way that makes sense to me.
Go
You've
for it.
been Jahan left the club 5 hours ago because he
Okay.
left early at the beginning of the club,
Right.
which would have because the club would have started in the afternoon. I think I said.
Right.
So yeah, Jahan left the club about 5 hours ago. It is late enough that it's starting to get dark, so it is about we'll say 9 o'clock. So that would have been
Like
shortly
4
after-
o'clock.
That would have been like 4 o'clock then. Yeah.
Okay.
I fucked with my own time. Wow.
I was gonna give you like,
Goes
did
so
I-
deep.
did I drink myself into a full night's rest? So, understanding that it's been 5 minutes or so, or an hour or so, and keeping in mind, what time did you arrive? What time did you arrive at the place?
You mean here or?
No, at the meeting.
I will give the time. Like,
Would've
about
been-
4,
You left
right?
pretty quickly after, so it would have been like 30 minutes earlier than that.
yeah, the
Around
3:30.
3:30-ish.
You notice that it is what time it is now.
Yes. We spent a long time after you left us discussing.
5 hours.
As far as you're aware, yeah, Doris.
Would you say that he was there the entire
It-
time? That's the important part. Would you say that he was there the whole time?
Yes.
Explain why he's here then.
I will look at the phone picture.
It's Reginald standing in a stairwell that is definitely not the
Looking
hotel.
like murder.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, he's an ordinary-looking guy. It's probably
It's
just
someone
somebody
who looks like
him.
Reginald, yes.
It's
but
Reginald.
someone who looks like him.
It's you.
So-
Okay. Do we know if he has any siblings, any cousins, any?
It is
Secret-
Reginald.
Secret
you
evil twins.
Okay.
Ah,
I mean, yes.
I've read
it's
books like
perfect.
this.
It's possible that it's Reginald.
it is.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll table that for now. Psychic projection. I don't know. There's lots of different theories.
I mean, I'm willing to go along with that theory, actually. My point is, while he was having a conversation
Lizard
with
people.
you, maybe.
Sure, Jared, sure.
While he was having a conversation with you, he was also hunting me down along with a whole bunch of people in yellow coats, including you all.
Hunting you down.
Yes.
And I didn't
Is
break
it
your
normal
window
for you to
there.
walk into a friend's home with a shotgun?
Yeah. Besides, you texted me your
They're
address. I don't remember
Americans.
this, but you texted me. So
Suddenly
obviously I
livid?
knew where to find you.
Suddenly livid? I did not give these two my address.
Yeah, I
No,
don't know how the
keep in
fuck they
mind,
showed up here.
though, we're Americans. That means that we have shotguns for when people come over, not the other way around.
There you go. I told you that they're Americans. It makes no sense.
Anyway.
Wow, you missed 99% of that sentence and the important parts. Shotguns for when people come to their house, not to bring to other people's houses.
We have those too.
Well, unless the person's got a shooting range or something, but
I do not have a shooting range. I did not mention oh my god.
no, I'm with you, Jahan. I'm with you.
I mean, I walked in and I
Reginald
happened to be
was
holding
out.
it.
So
It
someone,
It is a little odd that I
Oh.
loaded it before I walked in the house. I will give
A
you that.
little odd.
someone was
Is it
after you.
Is
you
it
thought.
normal for Doris? Is it normal for you and you, America, to break into somebody's house if they simply don't want to have a conversation?
Well, there was this
If
one
it is,
time-
get out of my house.
No, you got to hear the full story. There was this
I'm
one
fascinated.
time where he was a jerk, and it was actually his girlfriend's house. So I helped his girlfriend kick him out because he was an abusive fuck.
There we go.
So
Jahan,
I've
you've been
done it
acting very
before.
strange.
But I will give John points
But
that
not
none
normal.
of those details are applicable to this particular situation. So yes, that is a little weird.
Thank you. So as near as I can tell,
There's some weird shit going on.
there is some very weird shit going on. Apparently, Reginald is not Reginald. Reginald is something else. And the thing that was Reginald is now we are under threat because we know otherwise.
This is like some 28 days later shit.
I'd like to assess John's mental state
Give me
again,
a psychology roll.
because Doris is a skeptic.
Give me a psychology roll, and Jahan, give me a persuasion.
Fail.
Can I make a psychology
I am
roll?
not good at persuasion.
Yeah, you can make a psychology roll. So, at the moment, none of you believe the others.
Yep.
But Jahan, you do know a way to prove it.
Okay, so here's what I'm still confused about, because America doesn't. It sounds weird, but America does not care enough to assess the truth of the situation.
I mean, fair.
Here's what I'm curious about. Why would just showing up here, if we were showing up here to hunt you, have stopped us after we'd already broken in?
That.
And as Jahan points, you All three of you recognize the symbol from being at Thomas Blyton's house.
Do you make that?
Oh,
Yes. Yes, I did.
What's the... Do you believe in that?
I'm not going to say that
Okay.
I didn't.
Fuck, man.
so
Look, magic has to work in particular ways.
the drawing on symbols and bleeding on them is how you got us
It's
out
probably hyperconductive bacterial immunity.
Or it's
Huh.
fucking magic.
Well, no. See, like,
See,
okay,
that's a
you're
word
saying
I
some-
understand.
there's something up with Reginald. He's probably patient zero, carrier. He's a disease vector, and whatever infection he's got is spreading. And as we all know, bacterial infections and the like can alter the brain chemistry of individuals, causing them to behave in otherwise irrational or inexplicable manners. And there's something about your blood, Jahan. You probably got immunity to it, and once we got within closer proximity, that spread as well.
So this is like the cordyceps thing from the video game?
Not a reference I'm familiar with.
Okay. And yes, America America mispronounced that.
Corny set.
I'm gonna go with what Jared is saying right there. Because
And Jared
Right.
gets the most astonished look on his face.
yep. Because that makes sense. Magic is not real.
It is at this point dark enough that
Okay.
Jared kind of
I mean,
slaps
now
Jahan
you're
on the
starting.
back. Appreciate it.
Appreciate what?
The herd immunity thing.
Right.
Wait,
Look,
okay. Given my career is ranching, do I know that's not how herd immunity works?
yes, you know that's not how herd immunity.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just letting
Look,
these people have
all
their
I'm
crazy
going to
theories.
say is I don't give a fig whether you believe it or not.
Hold on.
It's true.
Mhm.
It certainly doesn't need your belief.
Oh, good.
And that, well, I have been an adherent to magical tradition for quite a long time. I did not learn this through my faith. I learned it through that book.
Knew there was something cool about that book.
I'm actually curious. I'm going to go retrieve it and hand it off to who. I'm going to hold it out just whoever takes it.
I'll take it.
Eric
Forgot
takes
to
it.
do
Too quick. I'm curious if it's going to change languages now.
America, do
I
you
don't
read
say
Arabic?
that.
I don't read anything but English.
A lot of squiggly lines in this book.
Do I recognize it as Arabic?
Yeah, you recognize it as Arabic.
Look, I'm not sure if this is offensive, but I don't read this. I don't read this script, much less this language.
Okay, fair. No.
Hands it back.
So this book, and I realize exactly how this is going to sound, and unfortunately, it will not. The book seems to have no desire to prove this. Shifts its wording. And
Yep, this
shifted
is making
its
more
wording
and more and more sense.
directly into communicating with me directly.
This might
Uh-huh.
be one of those symbiotic bacteria. See,
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. No offense.
There's plenty of symbiotic bacteria. Acidophilus, all the shit that lives in your mouth like normal, that mouthwash kills. Digestive, well, Acidophilus is part of one of those. What?
It is
You
absolutely not those things.
Okay.
It's also not how those things work, but what do I know?
So,
Okay, so the book-
Animals. Animals is what you know.
never mind. So, the whole point behind this is there is a way to there is somebody. Yes, I understand how this is going to sound, but
That's
the
okay.
book told me, or rather, the author of the book, I'm assuming, gave a way to find someone who can help.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
and that
Um,
way would be
a spell that allows me to find the path to that person.
okay.
Hmm.
If you believe this, that seems like reasonable thing to do. Are you
Very
gonna
well,
drop dead
yeah.
of blood loss?
No, this does not require this. Not every spell requires blood. Not
But
every
that
non-magical
that
ritual
book
does.
Recently told you to do
That did.
requires blood.
That's all it
Absolutely,
is.
that did. This
Okay.
does not.
See where I made the connection. I'm not just
I
ragging.
agree. Of course not. Of course.
So do you begin, Jahan?
Yes, I will begin.
So the other three of you watch Jahan move over to one of the unbroken windows that faces the sky.
I mean, that broken window wouldn't have worked anyways. It was a ceiling.
That
I
faces
guess I could have carved it in the glass.
that faces a way that you can see the sky. Specifically, you can see the moon. Looking through the window, all of you can see the moon as it rises. And Jahan pulls out a pocket knife and begins to carve a series of these Arabic letters across the frame of the window, muttering to himself as he does. Go ahead and spend 5 magic points, Jahan, and 1d6 sanity. This is the only time you'll have to spend this sanity for the spell, because once you've lost sanity from the spell, you can't lose sanity from casting the spell again. That's how. For the most part, except for in extreme cases, you can only lose sanity from a thing once, depending on what it is.
The irony is, I believe my sanity is still well above most everybody else.
Yeah, you've still got a pretty good sanity.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
I'm all the way down to 74.
Oh, God. I'm way lower than that.
The three of you watch as these words carve into the thing, and as Jahan mutters whatever he's muttering. As he completes the action, the words begin to glow. First red, then green, then yellow. And your vision of the pane of glass shatters within the frame of these words. You are treated then to the sight and image of the moon. Your perspective shifts to the perspective of the moon looking down on Earth. That perspective then rapidly increases as if you were falling, and several of you catch your breath instinctually as it feels as if you're falling towards the Earth. And this perspective finally settles above London. Looking down, you recognize the neighborhood of Whitechapel as the perspective shifts in again and in again.
Which is oddly about not at all any further from where we are, because that's where I live.
Yeah. On a street corner, at the end of a series of row houses, not this one, but one that you could find, theoretically, you see a street name with a sign, and oddly enough, Harold walking down the street, wearing this bright yellow coat of the same kind that Jared is wearing. And you see Harold walk up to one of the houses. And from the perspective of the overview, you can see that carved into the brick of this doorway is that same sign that Jahan had carved over his own doorway. The vision shifts further in, and inside you find liquor bottles scattered about, dossiers, paperwork, all scattered about all over the place, the lingering visual effect of acrid cigarette smoke, as what looks to be the most haggard man in the world, short blonde hair, fairly cut fairly short and loose, with a cigarette burning in his mouth, wearing sort of that traditional film noir trench coat.
You
Sitting here,
maniac.
staring at a map that has a variety of green strings connected all over it. Just sort of smoking and idly staring. He slides up his sleeve and sort of looks at something, and you see there's a series of tattoos that go from his wrist all the way up to throughout the sleeve. And as he stares at it, one of these tattoos shifts slightly. And the vision cuts back out, and you're once again looking out through it. And the three of you that weren't already before have now been faced with undeniable proof that magic is real, and you have become true believers.
I would still like to maintain that Jared thinks this is LSD.
So, Jahan is like,
believer. You might be in denial.
You can be in denial, but you are now mechanically a true believer.
Doris,
damn it.
Yeah.
would you like to revise your statements at all? I will take your lack of no as a yes.
America's pulling out a phone and
I don't know what was in the coffee we drank this morning, but damn.
Might be. I saw
that makes sense.
Yeah, you saw the sign, and you can very easily find that crossroad.
Do I get an address?
Yeah, like that.
All right.
You can GPS to that crossroad.
Yeah, and the street that's on the corner.
Yeah, and it was the corner
well,
house.
I will rattle off the address. Well, looks like the magic whatever is taking us to.
I want my brick again.
And to reiterate, in case it was missed in the description, you did see Harold walking up the
Yes. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, that seems to be a strong indicator of this is where the thing is.
No, this is where the person under the control of whatever Reginald is about to go murder somebody.
I feel like that qualifies as part of the thing.
Yes, absolutely.
The thing that we need to address or whatever.
I want a brick.
We'll find one on the way, assuming these bacterial hallucinogens that we're being influenced by have.
Jahan?
Do you
have... Let's go before the murder happens.
The three of you that aren't Jahan can roll a 1d6 sanity check. I can roll 1d6 and lose that many points of sanity. You don't even have to make a roll. You just get that. And that's where we're going to end for this week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Yes, only one.
Full 6.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody.
Goodbye.